Hi, this is Monica Packer from About Progress, and this is a growth spurt, a bite-sized way you can increase your progress today. I know this must be a saying, but I'm just going to say it the way I think of it. Anticipation is 90% of the joy. I'm in full-on anticipation mode for a few things, and one of them is the Female Foodie tour I'm hosting to Rome, Italy for just the About Progress community. I wanted to share what I'm really looking forward to about this trip, but with a quick aside that it feels so good to have something to look forward to. I really and strongly believe in the power of having something to look forward to, whether that's a long walk that you have planned for the weekend, a staycation you're going to take as a family, an approaching me date that is set on the calendar, having something fun and different outside the norm and also outside of your responsibilities to look forward to adds so much richness and joy and levity to what otherwise feels like a really heavy life. So while my trip is not until October of 2026, I have been looking forward to it every single day. So I wanted to share with you the three biggest things I am looking forward to in hopes that you can also create something to look forward to. And if you want to join me on the Italy tour, it is very important you get on the wait list right now because tickets are going on sale this September 9th. That's right, this September 9th. You can go to aboutprogress.com/Italy to get on the wait list. That's where the tickets are going to be sold to first. And the tickets typically go fast with Female Foodie tours, so you really want to get on that. The three things I'm looking forward to. One is being fully present. I wrote about this in some recent newsletters, but my prior trips abroad were done in phases of my life where I was not super well mentally, especially my first trip abroad to London. By the end of that trip, it was so clear that I was fully off an eating disorder cliff and I was going to need serious help very soon. And I did. On that trip, I was in the most amazing, magical places of history, of art, of culture, of learning, all these things I am so passionate about. But all I could think about, all I was consumed by were the calories, what I could eat and when my next meal would be. I would literally wake up in the middle of the night dreaming about food. And while I was able to go on two more abroad trips, and this was now 14 years ago, so it's been a very long time, I was still early on into my recovery and there were different financial pressures and people I was with that weren't as into the food as I wanted to try to experiment being. So this time I get to be fully present. Thanks to it now being 20 years of my own recovery with eating disorders, I feel like I can come on this trip and truly embrace the time to be there, to be thinking, for my mind to be online and to really sink into all the sensory experiences I will have available to me. That just seems like the best opportunity for me. And I'm so grateful for the many years of healing and work that I've done towards that healing so that I can have this opportunity to be present. The second thing I'm really looking forward to is having easy time to myself. I, of course, can craft some time to myself now. I can do that, but it requires work. It is not easy. I have to communicate. I have to request people to do different things for me. I have to make it so someone else carries more burden so that I can have that time to myself. And that is good and worthy and something I have learned to practice and prioritize. But again, it's not easy. But when I'm in Rome, all of my responsibilities will be at home. And the time set aside for me there, my free time, is already designed for me too. I won't even have to think about when that can be. And I get to have the full freedom to craft the time for myself without having to design all the logistics to make it happen. So I'm super looking forward to having easy time to myself. And the third thing is I am looking forward to having fun. I have learned adventure is a big part of who I am. And I don't, like I said, I haven't been abroad in 13, 14 years. 13 years for sure. And by the time I get back to Italy, it will have been 14 years since I was last there. So I don't think adventure has to equate a huge trip like this. But going on something so outside of my norm is going to be so fun and fulfilling for me. I am so excited to have fun with the food. I'm so excited to explore new places there, to re-explore places I've seen before that maybe I wasn't fully present for. I am really looking forward to having fun connecting with our community, women like you, to forming more relationships, to having conversations. I'm planning on bringing books to read and things to maybe watercolor and things to journal, and it's just going to be so fun. And that is something I anticipate every single day. Those were my top 3. I wanted to share some of the most common answers that Brooke Ellison, the founder of Female Foodie and the main organizer of these tours, says that she finds women look forward to. One is that they had something to look forward to, which we already talked about the power of that. The second was that women say, my cup was filled in surprising ways, in ways that weren't even necessarily on the itinerary, that their cup was filled. For some women, that could be like a spiritual cup that you're getting filled. Maybe it's adventure and fun. Maybe it's try new experiences. Maybe it's getting introduced to new things that you're going to be passionate about, like pasta. Who can't be passionate about pasta, right? So my cup was filled is another common response they get from people who go on the tour. And the third one is everything was planned for me. Does that resonate or what? That is what makes the tour so different. The other times I went abroad, I had to plan everything, and the stress of trying to get to go different places and the logistics of doing so and making sure you're there at the right time when things aren't too crazy and that you're hitting the right things to begin with, and what you're going to eat and where, and if it's the best of that kind of thing, that is all planned for you. All you have to worry about is getting there, and we will worry about the rest. I truly know this will be a once in a lifetime experience, and I am so looking forward to adding my own personal touch to the signature Female Foodie tour. So again, get on the wait list. It's really important you do that right now, especially by going to aboutprogress.com/Italy. And just another reminder, this trip is sold in groupings of 2 or more. So you do need a friend to come with you. The companionship model is so nice. I am going on a Pride and Prejudice pilgrimage this fall, and my number one worry is my roommate. I don't know who my roommate's going to be. And I'm like, what if I don't like to talk to her? What if she wants to be up all night? What if she gets up even earlier than me? What if she walks around naked and that's really weird? I don't know. Things like that are worrisome to me. And part of the companionship model benefits is that you know all those things because you know who you are rooming with. So you do need to have a companion with you. But if you don't quite know if there is someone that you could get to go on the trip with you, email me at hello@aboutprogress.com. We are gathering a list of people from the community, what we're calling single riders, who are interested in perhaps grouping up with other single riders in our community to become roommates and then be able to join the trip. So you can learn way more about the tour and get on the waitlist at the same place, aboutprogress.com/Italy. And if you want to be a single rider, you can email me at hello@aboutprogress.com. That is it for today's Growth Spurt. I hope you can take what I shared today personally and apply it to something that you can design for yourself to look forward to too. Thank you so much for listening. Now go and do something with what you learned today.